Hi friends, today we will be learning the process of inflammation and repair, which is an important topic as per the GPAT and NIPER examination point of view. So to begin with, first of all, we should know what is inflammation, what are inflammatory responses, which include chemically mediated inflammatory response, cell mediated inflammatory response, different cellular events which occur during the inflammatory responses. So now to begin with, what is inflammation? Inflammation is a complex set of responses to tissue injury and infection. These responses generally include redness, swelling, heat and pain. Redness is due to vasodilatory effect and release of bradykinin and histamine. Swelling is due to increase in vascular permeability. Heat is due to increase in the blood flow, and pain is due to irritation to the nerve endings. Now, on the basis of inflammatory mediators, these inflammatory responses are divided into two types: chemically mediated response and cell mediated immune response. Chemically mediated response include only the secretion of different chemicals during the process of inflammation. These chemical agents or chemical mediators are preformed into the secretory granules, which include vasoactive amines such as histamine, serotonin, arachidonic acid metabolites, and cytokines such as prostaglandins, leukotrienes, etc. So now these cell-derived mediators or chemical mediators include first histamine, which is a vasoactive amine that is produced by the platelets and the mast cell, and it is released at the site of infection or inflammation. Histamine is also released during the allergic responses. The typical effects shown by these histamine include vasodilation, increased vascular permeability, and causes endothelial activation. Next is serotonin, which is also known as 5-hydroxytryptamine, which is produced within the platelets and it is released during platelet aggregation. That is, during the inflammatory response, there is recruitment of the cells at the site of injury, which is along with leukocytes and different platelets, where there occurs aggregation of the platelets and hence there is release of serotonin. The effects are similar to that of histamine, that is, it increases vascular permeability and it causes vasodilation. Next is cytokines. Cytokines are the proteins that act to regulate the leukocyte activity. These cytokines, they principally include interleukins and chemokines. Interleukins such as interleukin 1 and tumor necrosis factor alpha are the cytokines which are principally involved in acute inflammatory responses. The major role of this is development of fever, which we can correlate with the symptom of heat of primary inflammatory response. Next is eicosanoids. Eicosanoids are the metabolites of arachidonic acid, a fatty acid component of inner leaflet of plasma membrane. These eicosanoids majorly include prostaglandins and leukotrienes. Prostaglandins play a major role in vasodilation, whereas leukotrienes, they play a major role in increasing the vascular permeability. These all were the chemically mediated inflammatory responses, that is, different chemical mediators which are involved during the inflammatory response. Now further we will deal with cell mediated inflammatory response, wherein different cellular events takes place such as dilation of the vessels, recruitment of the cells, chemotaxis and phagocytosis. This is a typical image of cell mediated inflammatory response, wherein we have different events such as rolling of the cell at the site of injury, adhesion of the cell to the site of injury with the help of different cell adhesion molecules, movement of this cell from this vessel to the site of injury, which is known as diapediasis. Now this movement occurs because of the event of chemotaxis. This chemotaxis occurs when because of inflammation there is activation of different chemical mediators such as histamine and thrombin. These cellular events generally include chemotaxis and phagocytosis. Chemotaxis is nothing but movement of the cell molecules from the blood vessel to the site of injury because of presence of different chemoattractants or different chemical agents. Similar is the case for cellular events in inflammatory response. That is, at the site of injury, there is secretion of different chemoattractants which attracts the cells or the leukocytes or platelets and form aggregates at the site of injury. Next is phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is important in case of inflammatory response because whenever there is a tissue injury, there are chances of entry of a microbe or a pathogen into the blood vessel, and hence there is necessary of phagocytosis. That is, during phagocytosis, the microbe or any other particle that have entered is captured by the phagocyte. This particle, after entry into the phagocyte, forms a phagosome, that is a phagocytic vesicle. This phagosome merges with the lysosome that is already present into the phagocyte. This lysosome contains different digestive enzymes. Now this lysosome and phagosome together form phagolysosome. These digestive enzymes they partially digest the microbe and they form a residual body. This residual body is further removed from the phagocyte by the process of exocytosis, which causes the discharge of different waste materials. Now, these were the different events, acute inflammatory events such as chemically mediated responses and cell mediated responses. So next we will be dealing with anti-inflammatory agents, the pharmacology and adverse effects of anti-inflammatory agents, and hence we will come to know about different mechanism of action of the anti-inflammatory agents, so that on which cellular event or on which chemical mediator these anti-inflammatory agents act and they inhibit the inflammatory process.